the oldest city in the USA, St. Augustine tonight, with our guest, artisan activist Wendy Tatter, from the newspaper The Record, Mark Cox, and musical guest Jory Lyle. With your host, Jorge Rivera. We're back, ladies and gentlemen, with Jory Lyle. And let's give a shout out to Sam Shin. He's back
Sam
here
Shin.
again, our own Yo-Yo Ma, killing it with that cello. Well, I'm glad you made it. You are your full name is?
Jory Lyle.
And that's on your birth certificate.
Yeah.
All right.
There's an additional last name, but it's super secret.
Oh, okay.
Super
secret.
Weird
We'll break
stalkers.
code. You guys go out and start hacking his website.
Yeah, you can find it online, I'm sure, somewhere.
So now you were born where?
I was born in Minnesota, Wayzata, Minnesota, which
Minnesota.
is Yeah, I'm very much.
Lots of Swedes and Norwegians.
Of course, I'm super Swedish.
Uh-huh.
My last name is super Swedish. That's why I dropped it and used my middle name as the last name. So
I gotcha.
it's like a test. You guys can find it somewhere.
It's a mouthful.
Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So now you grew up your childhood there?
Yeah, until I was about 15 or so maybe, and then my parents relocated to Ohio, so Youngstown, Ohio, I heard. So I went to Toledo, Ohio. So I finished high school in Toledo, Ohio, and went to University of Toledo.
Oh, wow.
And
what did you study there?
Beer and playing guitar, basically.
That's a degree. I didn't know that. I should have gone to college. I think I would have done.
Yeah, it's not so bad as long as you're not paying for it. It was
Right.
I was forced on my parents, who paid for it, and so of course I just squandered their money away on.
So you didn't really want to go to college?
Of course I wanted to go for the experience, but at 18 it's just not realistic to know what the hell you want to do with your life or whatever.
Right.
And so it's one of those situations that it's you get put in this impossible predicament to just start studying.
So what instrument do you play?
I play guitar.
The guitar. Okay.
You just saw me, man.
Yeah, but I mean, I have talked with musicians who say I play the guitar, but I played the bass for many years.
Well, so listen. So my record, "Still Drunk from Breakfast," available everywhere. Is I played all the instruments on it. I mean, I did everything. I mean, I recorded it. I wrote, recorded.
So you
everything.
play other
I played
instruments?
So I play whatever is needed, kind of, if that makes sense. Like not in a weird way. Like not that I'm great at it, but like I'll find a part that I need to have on a song and I'll learn it and just I won't be fluid in an instrument, but I'll play that part like mad on that instrument.
Right. But how did you get introduced into the guitar? How old were you when you had the guitar?
Young. So my mom, I think, got me lessons when I was 5 or something.
5,
really
wow. I mean, you're like behind this giant guitar.
Yeah, it was a little young for sure. And then my instructor, I don't know if he's still alive. I was pretty young back then. That sounds terrible. But anyway, he just had this terrible breath, right? So if you take guitar lessons, you're in this little studio that's really tight.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey, here's a G chord. And I'm like, first of all, I don't even want to be here. Yeah. Second of all, you're killing me. Yeah, so I'm like, sorry, Mom, but this isn't my thing. Yeah, and then years later, in junior high, a buddy of mine started taking lessons, and he got an electric guitar, and I still had my little clunky. It was actually a smaller acoustic, but it was just like those smaller ones typically are just not that great quality. So you go to try to play it, and your friend has this cool electric guitar, and you play way cooler stuff on that. And so then that was it. I mean, junior high. And then when I moved to Toledo, I didn't know anyone. And so here you are at 15, not knowing anyone and being in high school essentially. And so you just sit and play guitar.
Right.
I don't like homework all that much. And so might as well play guitar a bunch. And my parents are super supportive of it, luckily. And I started playing professionally at 17. And I've been kind of playing ever since then. And I'm a little bit older than that now.
Now, you had told me that through marriage, you were family... Prince?
Oh, a prince, yeah. So listen, my uncle married Prince's second cousin.
Oh, wow.
So and then they got divorced. So I'm like, Prince is like whatever, but once removed now.
That's something nice to brag about, though.
It's not bad. And it was like people, yeah. And my kid, it's funny, I have a 9-year-old boy, and he's like, yeah, my dad's related to Prince. I'm like, don't go spreading that rumor too much. Like,
that's funny.
Yeah,
that's funny. So now you're doing the college scene when you're there, playing in clubs and stuff like that?
No, I'm just too old for that stuff. I mean,
no, but I mean then when you were.
Oh, back then, yeah. Like now, I'm like, no.
No, you were doing the college clubs and stuff in college.
Yeah, for sure. And I was doing. We actually had some success early on. So I was in a band called the Hansons that got a lot of like regional success up through the Midwest back in the day, and. That gave me the first glimpse of kind of the record industry, and I just didn't like it.
Was it positive or negative?
No, it was terrible. I hated it.
Really?
You know, it's just like, especially when you sort of pour your soul out for, you know, a song or whatever it is that you do. You know, you hate other people trying to tell you like how you should do it.
Right.
And I'm an Aries, and I'm like a stereotypical Aries, and so I don't like people telling me what to do in general. And then so I just didn't work, and then I stopped doing it. I started playing cover stuff, you know, all your favorite dance hits.
It's not creative if someone else is dictating the way the colors have to go.
For sure, yeah.
You know, I mean, yeah.
And this is a great time now. I mean, now in music or just in technology, I mean, you can release. I mean, this record I released myself, and I love it. I love that. Hey, it's available. Go get it. You know, there's no pressure behind it, and I love that it's getting attention. And I'm doing this incredible video for the song "I'm Out" that I played first here tonight.
Okay. So you're putting it in video format.
Yes, with this Tyler Shore. Look him up, tylershore.com. This is an amazing videographer and filmmaker, and he just loved that song. And so we are doing the craziest video, kind of Wes Anderson style, kind of quirky. But that song's kind of a sad, you know, melancholy sort of song, and so really excited for that. So hopefully we'll kind of finish up shooting the next couple of weeks, and that'll be cool to be out. So keep an eye out.
Did you record anything in the '80s or '90s when you were playing?
Yeah, well, so the Hansons had a record called Rob's Fashion Corner, and you could probably find it in like a used place somewhere on CD or whatever, but. We sold about, I don't know, a few thousand copies of it, and again, it was back then when, you know, you were mailing out these flyers, you know, like it was just such a different time. We had 2,000 people on a mailing list that we had to put a stamp on and send every month. Hey, here's where we'll be in your town, and it was so much different back then. And again, like being kind of more seasoned now and just like kind of lazier in some realms, it's like this is wonderful that we can shoot out digital whatnots. And,
I mean, there's so many big stars that are discovered on YouTube.
Yeah.
Someone grabs them, and then 2 years later, they're like everywhere, and you know, so it's
pretty saturated. Is the downfall is that anyone can do it, so everyone does do it, and so it's hard to find it in venue. You know, avenues keep changing of how people are listening to music and where they find music, and
well, when you compare the music scene when you were 15. The whole process, and you see it now. Do you think it's better, or is it worse?
Yeah, it's way better now, I think. And here's why: is because when I was 15, you know, your dream was to get a record deal.
Right.
And then you get a record deal, and you're like, this sucks. You know, this is terrible. You know, and so I didn't get one at 15. But you know, but the point is that you strive for, because you're like, it's impossible to be on the radio without the label. It's impossible to do good shows. It's impossible to do all this stuff. And now it's not. You know, or now it is. You know what I mean? Now it's possible to do that stuff, and not have to spend too many resources on it. So you can really do it independently.
So if I had to lock your music in a genre, what would that be?
Well, you tell me. I don't know. I don't know.
What do people say?
Yeah, I mean, I've heard Americana seems to be kind of the thing right now, because I do a lot of just kind of acoustic stuff, but
Americana's become like, it tastes like chicken.
Totally,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, listen, and that's the thing is,
it tastes like chicken. Well, it's Americana.
Well, yeah, but Americana back in the day was bands like Jayhawks and you know, which are Minnesota bands. I mean, bands I loved, you know, back, and Uncle Tupelo and like all that sort of scene. And now, you know, people say Americana, and it's straight up bluegrass, and it's like, well. It's just bluegrass with people under 30 essentially playing.
Where's
you know
the
what I mean?
border?
I think that's just it's it. I mean, it's the same music, and so I don't know.
So now.
So that rockish. I don't know. Anyone? Listen to my record. Let me know.
Where it's hard. You know, because I asked that question to so many artists, and they you know, kind of there's this pause.
Because we never define it, someone else does.
And some people say, I mean, I've had Sam Passetti on the show.
Yeah,
I've
which
had many people.
Yeah, so, and Sam plays with, Sam Shin plays with Sam Shin all the time.
And Sam Passetti said the same thing to me. I don't have a genre. I can't. I've been playing for years, and I can't really say I have a genre.
Yeah. And we have our influences, and most of mine are rock. I mean, I learned how to play guitar.
So what did you listen to when you were young?
Metal. I was a metalhead. Like I learned when I was 15. You talk about those days, and like Metallica and
Black Sabbath.
No, that's way too old.
Yeah,
for me.
but it's still
No, yeah, I mean so Black Sabbath did a great job of influencing the bands I liked.
Okay.
Was that a polite way
That's
to do that?
That's a diplomatic answer. We'll accept it here at the ministry.
Yeah, no. So I mean, honestly, like Guns N' Roses' "Appetite for Destruction" blew my mind. It still blows my mind. It's one of the best rock records ever. And then so as a guitarist, you want those guitars. The guitarists that just wail and do cool stuff, especially when you're young. You're like, I just want to throw my guitar around my neck and do that, You know what I'm talking about? The metal days. And so I love that stuff. And so that's what I played. And then somewhere along the line, it just kind of has evolved. And
I had the cassette of Guns N' Roses, and I traded it with some other cassettes on a Trans-Siberian.
Oh, the
got a
orchestra,
whole Russian uniform for them. Yeah.
Did you actually in the Trans-Siberian? Like you were there?
Yeah.
I've got an
They were
appetite for destruction.
pulling them out of Mongolia, and I found a Scottish girl who spoke Russian. We would go in the Russian wagon, drink vodka, smoke cigarettes, and at the end, 2 T-shirts and 3 cassettes tape. One was a Rolling Stone. One was Guns N' Roses, and the other one I think was Billy Joel. And I walked out with a full Russian uniform, which I wear in Halloween. And I walk around town and I drink for free.
Yeah. Free vodka nonstop.
So I owe Guns N' Roses a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Funny you mention them. I love them. Too bad they self-destruct very quickly.
Yeah, being in a band is tough. I mean, so that's another thing. So you talk about what I'm doing now is that why I play all the instruments because I don't want to deal with the.
Reliable.
All my friends are musicians. I love them. It's who I relate to. It's what I am. It's what I do. But it's not always easy to work with them. And so for me, it's a lot easier to say, hey, this is kind of what I expect, and just just again, as kind of a control freak. Now the only exception is of course Sam Shin, because I just go, hey, I'm gonna play. He's like, just play it, man. I'll just do it.
I know, isn't he?
He's like, I try to tell him the key.
I'll follow.
Yeah, I try to tell him the key. He's like, I don't need to know the key, man. I don't need to know.
Look at him over there.
And he's like, yeah, it's true, man. So yeah.
So here's a question I give every musician. If I threw you on an island and you could only have one LP, what would that be?
I don't know, probably some self-help audio book on loneliness or something.
On loneliness?
Like what to do when you're stuck on an island alone.
Yeah.
Chapter 1, it's okay, there's life after people.
Yeah, life after people. Nothing comes into your mind? What you would take?
I don't know. Right now, Sound and Color by Alabama Shakes is.
Oh wow, they're hot.
I don't love. Here's the thing that kind of bugs me a little bit is the fact that I don't really like a lot of the other records, but that record, it's something about that from the
They're
first
such a
note,
diverse
man.
band.
Oh,
too.
it's crazy. It's so sick.
It's amazing.
And I think that sort of musicianship, you can never really get sick of. And then when you add songs that are so good, and then production that's so good. I mean, again, and producing my record makes so I'm a producer too. So I really, there's records I listen to just for the production factor of it,
right.
And that's one of them. So that would be probably a good one.
Wow.
But probably more of a self-help thing would be wiser.
What's your next big project? Where are you playing? What's going on?
So I'm hitting tour. So it literally on Sunday, Cinco de Mayo, I'm starting this 5-day tour with a friend of mine out of Iowa named Jason Walsmith, and he's in a band called the Nadas, which is they've been around for 25 years. Yeah. I mean, 25 years they've been out of Iowa and the Midwest and the Mountain States, and they're a really great band. Check them out. Free publication or whatever it is. Yeah, but anyways, he's coming down, and we're doing a Jackrabbit show in Jacksonville. We're doing a Surfer the Bar, Jacksonville. We're doing a couple of shows in Naples, Fort Myers, and then coming up, and then I'm playing with Sam Shin at Barley Republic on the 11th.
Oh, that's a lovely little place.
Yeah, it's great, and it'll be fun. I mean, Sam and I have played together a bunch, and I can't wait. So it'll be fun. So they'll end that little tour, and then a big summer tour all through the Midwest and stuff, June and July. So JoryLyle.com, please check us out, or me out.
May the gods give you success, my friend.
Thanks so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much for being on the show.
Nice to be here. Appreciate it.
Would you play something for us?
Yes, I will.
All right.
All right.
the same track, and my nights at the same time. And in between, I used every waking breath to tell them no. I wasn't praised. You weren't on my side, but I'm out, but I'm out, but I'm out for the count. But I'm out, but I'm out. For the count, and you're the one who's counting on me today. Go to work at the same right. Stare at my screen all day to kill time. And everything I earn go to all these bills I can't pay on time. And these fees are all price. Waiting for my time. But I'm out. For the count, but I'm out, but I'm out, but I'm out for the count. You're the one who's counting on me, but to say the stars are dreams of men forgotten when they fall. But if dreams can be forgotten, then I'm wrong. They fall back down, beaten up by indecision, and dissolve like embers from the fire. Who's counting on me today? Start today, just like every other day I have in this life. But I think it's time. This don't feel right. Yeah.
Jory Lyle and Sam Shin on the cello, and they're going to play for us right now. All right.
the point of happiness long enough for all of us. Do something right for the wrong reason and do what you might not regret. If I were you, I'd run away, far enough to hate my face, far enough to see what you see in me, far enough to wait, far enough to leave. Enough, so painfully. All you have, so faithfully. You stone till nothing is left. Oh, everything you ever had. If I were you, I'd run away, far enough to hate my face, far enough to see what you see in me, far enough to wait. If I were you, I'd run away, far enough to hate my face, far enough to see what you see.